guys, welcome to my next review. We are going over a third-party version of Sideswipe. This is DX9's Red Storm. Now, I picked this guy up from Show Z. I ordered it a while ago, and it took a little bit to get here from China. But, so, yep, it showed up, and let's take a look at the box. So here we go, the front of it with the product image of it, and then it's digital Xtel 9 toys D21. I never knew what the DX and DX9 stood for. This is my first DX9 figure, I think. Yeah, my first one. And here it says Red Storm, and then a quote. I have no idea what it's from. Here's the side of the box, nothing on it, nothing on here. Here we have Red Storm, warning, no kids under 3 years old, you don't want to choke on it. Here's the bottom of the box, image of the alt mode. And here is the back side of the box, a little tech specs looking image. And then here are the QR codes for these transformation instructions. YouTube and Bali, whatever. But yeah, so let's get it open. I already cut the tape. Let's get it open and pull them out. So like I said, those barcodes are the instructions. So we do not get instructions, but we did get a, they are still doing the cards made out of that plastic stock, credit card style stock. And then here's the tech specs. And then let's get the guy out of his clamshell. So it comes with a couple accessories. So we'll go over the accessories first. Here's his shoulder mounted cannon. Here's his blaster. And then he comes with 2 pairs of these hammers. And they have a kind of cool little play feature. These parts pop off, and it's like that pile driver that he used in that one episode of the G1 cartoon. But eventually you can put those on his hands. And get the car out. Nicely wrapped up in plastic to protect it. And then here is Sideswipe in alt mode. You kind of see the robot bits under. And he does have headlights that pop up. And he has these are die cast rims and rubber tires on those rims. So yeah, that's got a nice premium feel. And let's see how well he rolls okay. Tires kind of stick a little bit. All right, so that's it for car mode. So let's get him into robot mode. All right, so let's compare him to the MP12 Sideswipe in car mode. And then here's how they look side by side. width-wise, there's a little bit difference. And maybe some more deco on the back on the Takara. But yeah, there's the comparison. All right, so let's try the transformation. All right, so first thing you want to do is pop the tires tabbed in on the arms, and then probably get the spudger out. Kind of want to pop these out. And next, flip that spoiler up, pop the rear end. This is always tricky. There we go. I just feel like you just stress the plastic too much. But, so get that loosened up. And then there we go. And then you want to pop these tabs up a little bit. There we go. Pop that, and then that loosens that up. So now we should be able to go to the hood section, and you want to untab them from the front. It can be a little tricky. Come on. And once you have that tab, you should be able to pull it out. There we go. Now it should pull out. There we go. Do the same thing with the other side. Now that you got those pulled out, I think we can start on the leg. So is what you want to do is at the ab crunch, just kind of bend it down. And now we can start with the legs. And they kind of pull out from the chest cavity. And go down the side like that. Now we can rotate at the thighs. Rotate 180 at the waist. And now we can move on to the feet. So the first thing you want to do is, let's do it better from this angle. Lift this up. And then now we should be able to fold the tire in. Kind of flex that plastic a little bit. Oh wait. And then now you can flip the door panel into the leg. There we go. Just like that. And then next thing we want to do is unaccordion that out. Spin the toe around. And then all this tabs in. So, and then you want the one gap to fit the rear view mirror. And that should tab in just like that. So that's one leg. All right, same thing with the other leg. Fold that up, fold the tire in. Kind of flex this window down, fold it down, and then now you can tuck this into the leg. Then you can unaccordion the inner thigh piece, and then now that can go up. And And then you, like I said, you want to get that rear view mirror in that hole right there. And then tab that in. Spin the toe around. And that is your legs. Now we can do the arms. So the arms just untab. This one already untabbed, but there's a tab pin up here, and then a tab to his head. Just have to untab that. Maybe. Let's get the spudger, kinda work that in. There we go. Fold the arms down. Is it hung up? Yeah, it's hung up a little bit. There we go. Now pull the arms down. And then open the thumb up. And then you can do the fist. Next thing you want to do is push this chest piece out. It's easier if you do it from the back side. Oh. You see that? Son of a bitch. So this panel did not untab, but it untabbed from his freaking arm. I mean, it just will plug back in. It's not like it was glued or anything. No major foul. It's just that hole did not want to give away from the tab. All right, so let's see. Next part is, let's see, let's fold this up, fold those up. Actually, fold it up and fold these up. And then this can fold up into the back. Goes out of the way. And then you see this hole right here? That's what those pins will go in. Make sure that's over. Tab it in. Tab it in. So now we can make sure these are slid over. And then you can open up the side pieces to his head, spin that around, fold that down, pull his head down. Now we can do these pieces. So what you want to do is fold that down, and there's a hole and a tab right there, and line that up. And then this tab down here tabs in that hole. Did I get it in all the way? Yeah, it's in there all the way. So do the same with this side. Fold it down. Tab it in. Tab that in. Make sure it goes in all the way. There we go. And then these black pieces, should tab in. I don't know why I'm having issues with that. All right, with a little finagling, I got that side to go in. It's just, it's being a pain in the ass to want to rest that last piece down. I think it's partly the spoiler. And because that's what it's plugging into. There's tabs on the spoiler, and it just does not want to go down in it. There we go. Finally got it popped in. All right, so that is that's it for transformation. It's actually not that bad of a transformation. It's harder. I had more of an issue converting it from robot to car. But yeah, not too bad. Not too hateful of a transformation. All right, so here is Sideswipe in robot mode. And let's get a good look at him. I didn't know if I wanted to do transformation on the video. It wasn't too bad of a transformation. But so let's get a look at the figure. Here is the head sculpt. Nice blue eyes on him. And here's the chest. I don't know how I did that, or if it had that originally, but if you kind of look, I got a scratch on his chest. But yeah, here's look at his feet. Now these are die-cast metal. And then one thing that really impressed me on reviews of this guy and transformation videos early on was that backpack. There ain't a damn thing back there. It's nice and smooth. All right, so let's go over articulation. So the head is on a ball joint. You can go back that far, forward that far. There's like a hinge joint right there, and his chin hits it, so you really can't go down further than that. You can tilt side to side, and then does it go all the way around? No. It looks like this, like the cheek gets stuck on this bit right here, so it doesn't go all the way around. Shoulders, you can go up to here. Now it does rub on the quarter panel or the fender right there, so it's not the best feel in the world, but 360 rotation. But I mean, the shoulder does have some good hinges. And then bicep swivel. And then he does have a double jointed elbow to get all the way to there. His hands, his fingers are all linked together. His thumb is independent. The thumb has just the one joint, ball joint. Is it a ball joint? Oh no, it has a ball joint in the palm, and then it has a knuckle bend. And then the hands, the fingers, two knuckles. And he has a waist rotation and a deep ab crunch. It's on a friction joint. The legs, you can do the full splits all the way forward. Get the flap out of the way. You can go that far back. He has a single joint knee for there. And you can do this. It's part of the transformation. But nobody's knee bends like that. And then he has a toe rocker. And then the whole kind of interior part of the foot can tilt a little bit. But you can either do the toe independently from that to kind of get that A-frame stance if you want it. But yeah, so that's it for articulation. So we'll look at some of the accessories. I kind of went over these a little bit prior. So one thing I noticed, not originally when I was messing with this gun, so the typical Masterpiece fashion, there's a tab on the weapon and then a hole in the palm. So what do you see on this gun? Only one tab. So the gun can only go in his right hand. I mean, that doesn't bother me, because typically his shoulder mounted cannon, well, you know what, I don't know, is it typically on this side? That's how I have my other masterpiece. Yeah, I think this is the traditional side. So the shoulder cannon has a hole in it, and then on top of his shoulders there's a peg here and a peg here, so you could mount it either way you want and get it up like that. And then the same, then you can pin his gun in his hand. Get the thumb out of the way a little bit. Put it down. Maybe. There we go. So there's his blaster. And then his hammers have a peg on them as well, and you can tab those into his hands. Maybe. There we go. So you have that. So he can shoot or he can pound. So yeah, that's it for the weapons pegging in. Now, you know, the one thing I haven't, I'll have to go back to the instructions. But so the other thing is these weapons pull apart, and you can do that one scene from the cartoon where he uses these weapons like one time. Let me go back to the instructions, and I will look on how these plug in his hand. 1 second. All right, well, that was silly. So I didn't do this, but he does have a wrist swivel, and the hands just pop out, and then that's how you get his pile driver pieces in. Simpler than what I thought. I thought maybe the wrist might have opened up. But yeah, so that's all for the accessories and transformation. Well, I mean, robot mode. So we'll do a comparison. I still have my original MP12. Actually, I don't think it's the original one. I think it's the knockoff. So let's do that comparison. So this is the KO of the Takara mold, and I mean, look at his chest compared to this one. It's a big old box, where this just looks more heroic, and this one just a big box. And the another really cool difference is that with his painted face, it's more that animation accurate, where I think like this. So this is early Takara, and a lot of their early stuff, the cars were licensed, and they were made to look, it's almost like the car mode was, I don't want to say the focus, but the car mode, since it was a licensed product, had to be pretty accurate. So, and their transformations were a lot simpler. So I think that's why it kind of suffered in the robot a little bit. But I mean, shoot, this mold is probably over 10 years old. I mean, it's a solid mold. It's just, my collection, I'm going for tune accuracy. And the DX9 looks a lot more like it came off the screen. But yeah, so that's that's our comparison. All right, so let's go with my final thoughts on the DX9 Red Storm, or their version of a G1 Sideswipe. Yeah, I like it. My pros for this thing, just the sleek look of it, the lack of backpack. I don't think that's 100% tune accurate. Fans Toys has their Sideswipe mold coming out, and the back looks a little bit more tuned, but just the way that they fold up everything on the back of this guy, and he has no backpack. Chef's kiss. It's just a clean looking robot. It's got great articulation. Build quality feels nice. Like, I didn't feel like I was stressed. There's a couple like things you have to almost like flex the plastic to fold it in, but not too bad. Yeah, I think that's about all for the good. The negatives I have on this guy. So part of it is my stupid ass. Be careful, because in the plastic baggie that has his card is the rear view mirrors, and I didn't see them in there. And when I was transforming them, you can kind of see the rear view mirrors. This black piece folds around it. Well, when I was transforming it, I was like, oh, well, where's that at? There was just a hole there. And then I dug back in the box, found that the rear view mirrors were in the baggie. So be careful when opening it up for the first time. They're in a, I mean, it's the size of the card. Like, they're not like separated in the bag. So maybe another negative is his gun only has a pin on one side, so you can only put it in that right hand. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I guess I put that scratch on it. I don't think it came out of the box like that, so that was probably my stupidity as well. But yeah, I mean, that's about all I can think of negative wise. But I highly recommend this if you still have the Takara mold and you're not a Fan Toys person, collector. It has to be Fans Toys. This guy, for the price, it hits every box that, for me, like I said, I want my collection to be animation accurate. So yeah, I recommend it. Anybody that's what they're looking for. So yeah, that's it for this review. If you could hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to me, subscribe. I'm trying to pump out 2 reviews a week. Tuesdays, usually every morning around 7:45, 8 a.m. in the morning. I'll have it set to premiere. Typically on Tuesdays, I do something Transformers related. I'm going to go through all my figures that I have and slowly get them and build a library. And then Friday, I call it Action Figure Friday. So I'll try to get some classifieds up. Action figures I collect is like classified, Street Fighter, Jada Toy Street Fighter, and I dip it in the Marvel Legends just a little bit. But if you could, look forward to, if you like that stuff, give those videos a like, or come on the premiere and chat with me. And then also look me up on the other social medias. I try posting daily on Instagram, TikTok, X. I have my own Facebook page that I post content on, just mainly news related, some stuff from the collection, updates on the uploads. But those are all at Talib1980_collects. Look me up, add me, follow me. But yeah, that's all I got for this review. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.